The ocean, vast and deep, it covers most of our world. It's a place of mystery, beauty and life. For millennia it has captivated us, drawn us in. Its depths hide secrets untold. But the ocean is more than just a breathtaking spectacle, it's the very lifeblood of our planet. A delicate balance of life. From the smallest plankton to the largest whales, it teems with life. The ocean provides us with the very air we breathe. It regulates our climate, keeping our planet habitable. It's a source of food, livelihoods, and inspiration for countless people worldwide. Yet this precious resource, this vibrant heart of our planet, is under threat. And the consequences, if we fail to act, are dire. Beneath the surface, a symphony of life unfolds. Coral reefs, bustling cities of the sea, provide shelter for a dazzling array of creatures. Fish shimmer in schools, their scales catching the sunlight. Whales, majestic giants, traverse vast distances, their songs echoing through the deep. On the ocean floor, strange and wonderful creatures, some yet unknown to science, navigate a world of darkness and pressure. But this hidden world, so full of wonder, is changing. The delicate balance of life is being disrupted. And the cause? Us. Human activities are taking a devastating toll on our oceans. Pollution chokes the water, suffocating marine life. Plastic waste forms swirling gyres, a grim testament to our throwaway culture. Overfishing is decimating fish populations, disrupting the delicate balance of the food chain. And climate change, the greatest challenge of our time, is warming the waters, bleaching coral reefs and altering ocean currents. Every year, millions of tons of plastic end up in our oceans, creating a massive environmental crisis. It's a shocking statistic and a sobering sight that demands our immediate attention. This plastic doesn't simply disappear. It lingers, causing long-term damage. It breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces known as microplastics, which are ingested by marine life, causing harm to their health. These tiny plastic particles work their way up the food chain, accumulating in larger animals and eventually even ending up on our plates. The consequences are devastating and far-reaching. Seabirds, turtles, whales, all are affected by this plastic plague, suffering from ingestion and entanglement. The sheer scale of the problem can feel overwhelming, but we cannot afford to be paralyzed by it. But it's important to remember that every piece of plastic that doesn't end up in the ocean makes a significant difference. We must act now before it's too late to prevent further damage. We have a responsibility to protect our oceans, to ensure they remain vibrant and healthy. To be better stewards of this precious resource, we must change our habits and reduce plastic use. For our sake, and for the sake of generations to come, we must preserve our oceans and their incredible biodiversity. The demand for seafood continues to rise, driven by a growing global population and increasing affluence. But our insatiable appetite is taking a heavy toll on fish populations around the world, pushing many species to the brink of collapse. Overfishing, driven by unsustainable fishing practices, is decimating fish stocks and causing irreversible damage to marine habitats. Huge trawling nets scoop up everything in their path, indiscriminately catching and killing marine life, including endangered species. Bycatch, the unwanted fish and other creatures caught in these nets, is often discarded back into the ocean, dead or dying, contributing to the wasteful depletion of marine resources. This unsustainable exploitation of our oceans has far-reaching consequences, affecting not just marine life but also human communities. It disrupts the delicate balance of marine ecosystems and threatens the livelihoods of millions of people who depend on fishing for their survival, creating economic and social instability. We must find a better way, a way that balances our needs with the health of our oceans. A way to fish sustainably, to allow fish stocks to replenish, and to ensure that future generations can enjoy the bounty of the seas, preserving this vital resource for years to come. Climate change is perhaps the most significant threat facing our oceans today. As our planet warms, the oceans are absorbing much of this excess heat, leading to rising sea levels, ocean acidification, and changes in ocean currents. Coral reefs, those vibrant underwater cities, are particularly vulnerable to warming waters. Bleaching caused by rising water temperatures is killing coral reefs around the world, leaving behind ghostly white skeletons. The consequences of climate change are far-reaching and complex, affecting every aspect of ocean life. The time to act is now. We must reduce our carbon emissions and transition to a more sustainable way of life. The future of our oceans, and indeed our planet, depends on it. The ocean, my friends, is far more than just a pretty picture. It is the engine room of our planet. It drives our weather patterns, regulates our climate, and provides us with the very air we breathe. Phytoplankton, tiny plants drifting in the sunlit waters, produce more than half of the oxygen we breathe. They are the unsung heroes of our planet, silently working to keep us alive. The ocean also acts as a massive carbon sink, absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This helps to mitigate the effects of climate change, keeping our planet habitable. Without a healthy ocean, life on Earth as we know it would simply not be possible. Section 2. A delicate balance disturbed. The ocean is a complex ecosystem, a delicate web of life with intricate connections between species. Each creature, from the smallest plankton to the largest whale, plays a vital role. But this balance, honed over millennia, is being disrupted. Pollution, overfishing and climate change, all driven by human activities, are pushing the ocean to the brink. The consequences of this disruption are already being felt around the world. Fish stocks are collapsing, coral reefs are dying, and coastal communities are facing rising sea levels and more extreme weather events. We are, in essence, destroying the very system that sustains us. Section 3. Our shared fate. The health of the ocean is inextricably linked to our own well-being. What happens to the ocean happens to us. When we pollute the ocean, we pollute the seafood we eat and the water we drink. When we overfish, we deplete a vital source of protein for millions of people around the world. And as the ocean warms and sea levels rise, coastal communities, already grappling with the impacts of climate change, will face even greater challenges. The fate of the ocean is our fate. We must understand this fundamental truth and act accordingly. Now, don't despair just yet. For amidst these challenges, there are glimmers of hope. All around the world, individuals, communities, and governments are taking action to protect our oceans. It's heartening, truly. Scientists and researchers are working tirelessly to understand the complex challenges facing our oceans. They are developing innovative solutions, from sustainable fishing technologies to coral reef restoration projects, and their work is yielding results. We're seeing encouraging signs of recovery in some areas. Fish stocks are rebounding, polluted waters are being cleaned up, and degraded habitats are being restored. It's a testament to the resilience of nature and the power of human ingenuity. One of the most effective ways to protect our oceans is through the establishment of marine protected areas. These underwater parks and reserves, carefully managed and patrolled, provide safe havens for marine life to thrive. Within these protected areas, fishing is restricted or prohibited, allowing fish stocks to recover. Pollution is carefully monitored and controlled, and habitats are protected from destructive practices. The results speak for themselves. Marine protected areas have been shown to increase the abundance and diversity of marine life, providing a much-needed boost to ocean health. It's a beacon of hope, a shining example of what we can achieve when we put our minds to it. But it's not just up to scientists and governments to protect our oceans. Each and every one of us has a role to play. We can all make a difference, no matter how small. Reducing our consumption of single-use plastics, for example, is a simple yet powerful step we can all take. By choosing reusable alternatives and disposing of plastic waste responsibly, we can stem the tide of plastic pollution. Supporting sustainable seafood is another important way to protect our oceans. By choosing seafood that has been caught or farmed in a way that minimizes environmental impact, we can help to ensure the long-term health of fish stocks. Remember, every action, no matter how small, can have a ripple effect. Now, some might say, what can I, one person, do to make a difference in the face of such enormous challenges? Well, my friends, never underestimate the power of individual action. Each of us holds the potential to create change. Even the smallest changes in our daily lives can have a ripple effect, contributing to a healthier ocean. It's the collective effort that counts. Let's start with something as simple as reducing our plastic consumption. Those plastic straws, those disposable bags, those plastic water bottles, they all end up somewhere, often in places they shouldn't be. And too often that somewhere is our oceans, harming marine life and ecosystems. Choose reusable alternatives whenever possible. It's a small step with a big impact. Carry a reusable water bottle, reducing the need for single-use plastics, say no to plastic straws, and encourage others to do the same, and opt for reusable bags when shopping. Every choice matters. These small changes, multiplied by millions, can make a significant dent in the plastic pollution crisis. It's about creating a movement. Together, we can make a difference. Our collective actions can turn the tide. Remember, every piece of plastic that doesn't end up in the ocean is a victory. Let's be the change we wish to see. Every time we make a purchase, we cast a vote for the kind of world we want to live in. By making informed choices about the seafood we eat, we can support sustainable fishing practices and protect our oceans. Look for eco-labels, such as the Marine Stewardship Council Blue Tick, which certify that seafood has been sourced sustainably. These labels ensure that the fish you buy comes from well-managed fisheries that minimize their impact on the marine environment. Ask questions at your local fishmonger or supermarket. Find out where your seafood comes from and how it was caught or farmed. Support businesses that prioritize sustainability and responsible sourcing. By choosing sustainable seafood, you can enjoy delicious meals while protecting our oceans for future generations. It's a win-win situation. Protecting our oceans is not just about individual actions, it's about collective action. It's about raising our voices, demanding change, and supporting organizations that are working tirelessly to protect our marine environment. Join a local beach cleanup. Not only will you be removing harmful debris from our beaches and waterways, but you'll also raise awareness about the issue of marine pollution. Support organizations dedicated to ocean conservation. Many incredible organizations worldwide are working to protect marine life, reduce pollution, and promote sustainable fishing practices. Donate to their cause, volunteer your time, or simply spread the word about their vital work. Remember, together, we have the power to create a wave of change that will wash away the challenges facing our oceans and ensure a healthy future for all. The ocean, in all its vastness and mystery, may seem indomitable. But we've seen, haven't we, how fragile it truly is, how vulnerable to the pressures we place upon it. The evidence is clear. The time for complacency is long past. The future of our oceans, the future of our planet, rests in our hands. We must answer the ocean's call. We must act, and act now. The challenges are significant, yes, but they are not insurmountable, for within us lies the power to make a difference. The power to choose a different path, a path of sustainability, of responsibility, of stewardship. Let us not be remembered as the generation that stood by and watched as our oceans faltered. Let us be the generation that turned the tide. If this film has stirred something within you, a sense of wonder, a pang of concern, a desire to act, then it has served its purpose, but it cannot end here. Join us. Join the growing movement of individuals, communities and organizations dedicated to protecting our oceans. Subscribe to this channel for more inspiring stories, insightful documentaries and practical advice on how you can make a difference. Every action, no matter how small, ripples outwards, creating a wave of change. Let us together be that wave. Let us be the voice for the ocean, the voice for our planet, the voice for a brighter future. Thank you.